Hello, my name is Constance Vandy, and I'm also known as Connie. The reason I am coming to you today is because I wanted to have the opportunity to personally introduce myself to you. And, actually, I'm going to be making a lot of videos, so I just wanted to introduce myself to you before anybody else has the opportunity to do it. But anyway, I really don't want to talk to you, I don't want to be like sitting up trying to boast about myself or boast about my accomplishments or anything like that. I just want to be able to talk to you in a way where I could be myself. My goal for creating this video is just to reach out to others about being who you are and accepting yourself as you are. I've gone through most of my life, being insecure and, pretty much being insecure about how I looked, what people thought about me, things of that nature. If you see me, looking down like this, it's because I'm taking notes and I'm trying to keep track of what I need to talk about. But anyway, with me worrying about what other people thought, has pretty much been a pretty big barrier in my life. It's been a real big fight for a very long time. I've pretty much had everything taken away from me. Everything that I've acquired has been taken away from me because of that insecurity. I've learned over a course of many years that if you don't know who you are, what you want in your life, you have no real foundation. And so this is what made it very easy for people to take things from me, and even for me to lose things on my own, because that foundation that I had wasn't a solid ground to stand on. Anyway, I'm pretty much a very kind-hearted, caring, and loving individual. I'm very in touch with my spirituality. Yes, I've had many supernatural experiences with God, and yes, I do love Jesus. Now, I just want to get that, I believe in Jesus, I love Jesus, I just wanted to get all of that out the way, get that out the way for right now. And because, I know how, other people will come up and try to question about that, but I'm not afraid to say I love Jesus, and that's just what I'm about. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you can tell I'm a little bit nervous, but this is the real me. I'm not used to talking in front of big groups or anything like that, and so for me to sit here and create this video is a big challenge for me. So, hang in there with me. I know my voice is shaking and everything, but this is my first video that I'm actually creating of myself that will be the first one that you guys would see about me. But everything that I just explained about myself has been a journey, to get there. The type of person that I was before the lesson started was all about being a follower. I did everything that everybody else liked and that everybody else liked and did. I pretty much had no real identity. The only identity that I had was pretty much the one that my parents gave me, the one that I was raised with. I knew nothing else. I'm just going to fast forward ahead to get you to where I am now. This is me. This is how I look. This is what I have on. This is where I am right now. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just reading my notes. I'm trying to keep on track. But anyway, the things that I've experienced in life to get me to where I am now, has mostly been bad things. I had always wondered why bad things kept happening to me. And you know how people say bad things always happen to good people. You know what? That's true. But you know what? It all depends on how that person is, how that individual is, and what that person has gone through in life. And it's all about what someone is willing to deal with. Well, in my case, I'm a person that's I'm a person that's very easy to please, and I think that is what one of my problems was, is because I didn't want much. I pretty much went along with everything. I liked what everybody else liked. I really didn't know what I liked. I guess you can say I had a high tolerance for other people. I developed a high tolerance for other people's, I don't know, I guess for other people's BS, But, with me going through all of that, I didn't, look at the things that they were throwing at me as BS. I didn't look at it then like I look at it now. But, when bad things happened to me, I guess that's what it took. God had to use bad things to get me moving, He pretty much used bad things to move me from level to level, because I have a high tolerance for dealing with people. And I'll put up with stuff for so long. It took me a whole lot of years to get to a point to where I was ready to say, I want to be my own boss. Because at one point I was content with just going to work, going to work, making my money, and going home. I was content with that, just as long as nobody messed with me. I just wanted to make my money and go home. But, then I started getting mistreated on my jobs. People were just so rude. I tried to apply for different positions to advance, and I'd get overlooked and pushed aside. I never really understood why that was happening. But one thing that I did notice was that the bad things was making me go higher and higher and higher. I don't know. Even when I tried to make friends with people, I don't know why I couldn't make friends. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know if I had some type of aura on me that was making people run away from me. They would treat me like I had some sort of attitude. And, I'm really a very kind-hearted, friendly person, and I really don't know why. But I guess it took for me to start, I pretty much started talking to God more, reading books and seeking out for other knowledge. I started watching preaching on the YouTube channels, very well-known preachers on YouTube channels. And, the more that I sought out from knowledge and tried to put positive things in me, the better I started to feel about myself. Because when all this bad stuff around you keeps happening and happening and happening, and you're not really understanding what's going on, it's because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And that was just, God trying to wake me up to get me moving. I guess you can say, He had to put some fire under me to get me moving. Because I'll just use this as an example. Like with the jobs that I applied for, or let's just say some advancement in a job that I applied for, I would never get the position. But if I had gotten those positions, when I look back, if I had gotten those positions, I would have been content with it and stayed with it. I'd probably be there until I'm 70 years old. So that's just how I am. So right now I'm working on something that's allowing me to work for myself. I'm creating my own business. I want to be able to have freedom, because with me going in to work on these jobs, I don't have freedom. I go home. I work an overnight shift, and you know that working an overnight shift is so hard. You come home, you're so tired, you're so drained, and you can't get anything done. And it's like the things that you want to get done needs to be happening during the day, but you're so drained you can't do anything. And so I was sitting on my job one night, and I heard, why do you keep looking to people to give you a job? And so I sat there and I thought about that. I was like, why do I keep doing that? Then from, that point on, I began to write. I started writing. And so when I started writing, I ended up creating a website. But, all of that is a long story. I'll go through the steps. And then, some of this stuff that I'm talking about, you'll see it